Yo, what's up everyone? Back for this Monday night showdown video. We got the Jets and the Patriots going at it today. Hopefully you guys all had a good Sunday of DFS. It was a pretty low scoring day, but we made out easily 156 on Draftkings and a 127 on FanDuel. Had to make a last hour switch. With the Packers news, I expected at least one of MVS or Allison to miss. When it was announced that they're both playing, I updated the website and I announced it on Twitter. Originally had Goff, Kupp, and Lazard in there, but then I changed it to Brissett, Boyd, and Freeman. Both of those trios were pretty similar. I think the original might have been a little more. But anyway, cashed either way. So looking to do the same on this Monday night video. If you want to join us, you can visit the website, dfsprocess.net. Links in description. And let's get into it. You can drop a like down below and subscribe as well. Also, I will be dropping my NBA video right after this one, or maybe in the morning. So NBA season's back. I'll post a link in the comments to watch that one. It's only a 2-gamer for Tuesday, but I'm just so excited that NBA is back in our lives. With all that being said, let's get into this showdown video. The Patriots are facing on the road here. Their defense has been amazing. They have 14 picks through 6 games, 25 sacks, 5 defensive touchdowns. Now, they haven't faced a lot of very good quarterbacks, but it's going to be a lot different now that Darnold is back for the Jets compared to the quarterback that the Patriots faced in Week 3. I think it was either Simeon or Falk. But either way, both of those quarterbacks are garbage. Darnold came back and looked really good last week against the Cowboys defense. Here, still going to be a tough matchup for the Jets offense. They're still not very adept, and I don't think it'll be tough for them to match up against this defense. I think the Patriots are going to win this one by at least 10 points. Your highest priced guy is Tom Brady at 11-6. No reason not to like him. He's been so good over his last couple. He's only had one bad game. All the other games have been amazing. That came against the Buffalo Bills defense, a tough defense on the road. But other than that, he's throwing the ball. Last couple games, he's thrown 40-plus times. No passing touchdowns last week. He got it done on the ground with 2 touchdowns on just 6 yards. He stole some touchdowns away from Sony Michel. But I think at 11-6, he can definitely return value. And with the lack of other studs on the slate, he's got to be a lock or at least a core play. I like Edelman a lot too. 11-2, the Patriots are dealing with a ton of injuries to the receivers. They might get Dorsett back, but Josh Gordon is out. They're also going to miss both of their 2 top tight ends, so they brought back Watson. You got to like Edelman. He got 15 targets last week, and those are going to, you should see a similar number, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, with the injuries that they're dealing with. You got to like Edelman. Bell has a tough matchup here. The Patriots have been very good on the ground. I also expect the Jets to be trailing throughout this game, so I don't think it's a really good game script for him. You have to fade some of these top-end guys. I think Bell might be the guy that I'm going to fade. I like Darnold a little bit more than Bell just because I expect them to have to throw the ball a lot in this game. And Bell only got 1 target last week with Darnold. I don't know if that's just a 1-game thing or if that's what Darnold will be. Darnold usually likes to target slot guys, so I like Crowder a lot to pair with Darnold if you're playing him. Michel and White, I think both will get a lot of work just with the game. If they're going to be ahead, they're going to use their running backs. And James White should get a lot of targets out of the backfield with the injuries to some of the receivers and the tight ends. At 7,400, he has a pretty high floor, especially on Draftkings where you get a point per reception, PPR. So you got to have some interest in White. And I like Michel as well. Don't mind the Patriots defense either at 72. You can make a case for them. I think I might be leaning towards Michel and White over that defense. But if you make a bunch of lineups, you should have some exposure to them. Will not have any Robbie Anderson. He should be locked up with Stephon Gilmore, and Gilmore's been one of the best top 2 cornerbacks in the league this season. Robbie Anderson will have a tough matchup. Last week he had a huge game, but most of that came on 1 catch, 92 yards. Other than that, it was a lot of short stuff, so I don't think the Patriots will let him get free. I like Crowder a lot over Anderson. He has a much better matchup projected, and the 2 games that he's played with Sam Darnold, he's gotten 17 targets in Week 1 and 9 targets in Week 6. And now that Darnold's back, he should get a lot. And now that in this game, I expect him to throw a lot, like I said, so he should get a lot of targets. And both of those games, he just missed the bonus by a yard and 2 yards. So I like Crowder at 7K. If Dorsett is back, I will like him just because and if he's not going to be limited, I'll like him. It's because they're going to need to throw some more people other than Edelman and White. Myers, I'll only play him if Dorsett is out. If Dorsett is in, I'll probably just try to get up to Dorsett, who's only $1,000 more than him. Then I like Thomas, too, at $5,000 with a tough matchup for Robbie Anderson. If he's locked up, then Thomas could be the number 2 guy, and he's definitely a really talented receiver. Just was dealing with some injuries and hasn't been able to really was dealing with injuries, and just with the horrible quarterback situation the Jets had until Darnold was back. It's just tough for them. Tough for him to get it going. Then Watson, tough to know how much targets he's going to get. I won't be super high on him, I don't think. I definitely like Nugent over Ficken if I had to pick one. Bolden he's only played 12 snaps, but he has a touchdown in 2 out of his last 3 games. Actually, 3 straight games with a touchdown. I would not play him and hope that the touchdowns will come from Michelle and White. But won't have the Jets defense, and nothing else I really like here except maybe Ryan Griffin. You can look at his way. So that's it for all the players to consider. Let's look at some builds now. I'll start it off with Tom Brady at captain here at 17.4. If I go Brady, I would definitely want to go him and Edelman. On the Jets side, I want to get probably at least one. I want to try to get one of Darnold or Bell. I like Darnold a lot. And if you're going with Darnold, I like him paired with Crowder. And now you're going to have to go pretty cheap here. We might have to change up the captain spot. We might have to change the captain spot up here. You could take a chance on Griffin if you want, and then 4,000. You could play a kicker and Nugent. Or you can change up the captain and go cheap at captain, maybe Sony Michel at captain. You can still play Brady. If you don't want to play Darnold, that's fine. I don't think he's going to have a huge game. But I do like Crowder a little bit. And I can probably even go double stack the running back situation. I can go back to Dorsett if he's going to play, and then 57. Could take just a chance on Thomas if you want. You can take a chance on Thomas at 5K and leave some money on the table. Or you can try to get up to Darnold at 9K and then go very cheap. At 36, go with, even though Ficken is, I prefer the other kicker towards him. I prefer Nugent. But if you can't get to Nugent, he's not the worst play at that price. Let's do one with Edelman at captain. Edelman with Brady. Edelman, Brady with Crowder. 4,800 left. You could go even cheap to Nugent at 38. Could try to get like Sony Michel at 78. And then 3,000. Burkhead is out. Gonna have to go up a little bit more. Let's see what we can do. We can Sony Michel. Maybe we can go with Dorsett. And 42, not much. So what I'm gonna do is instead of going Crowder, I'll probably go with Darnold. And then 4,400, maybe go Thomas. And then if you want to get both kickers in there, you do something like this. You still got Brady with Edelman. Then you get some of the exposure to the Jets receivers because they're going to have to throw quite a bit. And last but not least, we'll do a Patriots kind of a core stack. Him, Edelman, Sony Michel are the top 3 plays on that side. If you're going cheap here, you could look at like Myers at 56, like I talked about. He's 56. Dorsett, and then 3,500. You're gonna have to go cheap here go super cheap. Maybe you can play like Ryan Griffin, who should get some work at tight end with Herndon out, and then you could play Myers if you want. So you get all their exposure to the Patriots guys if you think they're gonna blow them out, and then you got your one jet that you need just to make a lineup. But that's kind of it. I think the Patriots are gonna have a really good game. We're gonna have a really good at showing against this Jets team. The Jet players that I do like are Darnold, Crowder are the top 2 for me, and then maybe you could go with Thomas. I have like 3 Jets that I'm interested in on the Patriots. I like all of them pretty much. I like Brady, Edelman, I like Michelle White, and then Philip Dorsett if he's active. So that's kind of it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. You can drop a like if you did, and you can check out the NBA video. I'll post a link in the comments like I said. But that's it. Thanks for watching, and good luck on this one.